We are not going to have tents and encampments on our streets.
Mayor Adams just destroyed his first tent city. That's right. Remember what I said in the last video about how a homeless crisis looked in Los Angeles? It's fair game. That means that if 50,000 migrants are single women or men, there will be 50,000 more homeless people in New York City. This is what that looks like in Los Angeles.
Hey, you got menthol cigarette, bro?
Well, this is what it looks like in New York City.
Mayor Adams says he ordered the cleanup and was among the outreach teams on site on Friday to provide people with an alternative place to stay.
And Mayor Adams isn't having it.
I went there personally to speak with those men who were there, were able to get them back inside the shelter system.
In case you don't know Mayor Adams, he's a former NYPD police captain. So while being sufficiently liberal to win an election in New York City, he's a real law and order type, and lawlessness is where he draws the line. Now, to be fair, the tent cities in Los Angeles are often drug infested, and these migrant tent cities do not appear to have any evidence of drug use or drug dealing. It just appears to be very poor people with no homes. However, they're not choosing the tents because there is no shelter available, but rather because they don't like the shelter conditions available to them.
NPR spent several days speaking to asylum seekers here. Many say conditions are dire.
Compartimos una zona como para 80, 90 personas aproximadamente, donde hay solo 2 baños.
Davey is 26. He says he's fleeing armed conflict in Colombia. He's been living in the building for over a week. He asks that his last name be withheld for fear of retaliation. Davey says there's 2 bathrooms per 90 people. Parked outside, there are 2 trailers with showers for the entire building. On this day, many people are eating chips and water. They say that's lunch. Other times, they say the food has gone bad. What upsets Davey the most is the security guards. He says, I understand enough English to know they're insulting us. Dozens of migrants told NPR they've experienced physical harassment and insults.
Well, unfortunately, in this instance, the stance of the city of New York coincides directly with one of my mother's favorite maxims: beggars can't be choosers. But look, being tough alone will not solve this problem. Even if Mayor Adams destroys every tent city that attempts to pop up, there will still be a massive homeless problem because there simply aren't enough beds for 50,000 homeless migrants, with 2,000 to 4,000 more arriving every week. Something has to be done, and it appears the political class is starting to do something about it. That's right, 54 state-level politicians are signing on requesting that Joe Biden help New York deal with this issue.
Well, nice to have you here, Assemblywoman. So let's talk a little bit about why you wanted to do this, why you wanted to gather all these signatures.
I did this because I love my city and I love my country. So I sat down and I penned a letter to President Biden because we are in a moment of crisis. There are over 4,000 migrants entering our city every single week. As we sit here, hundreds are arriving today. Our city has never seen an influx of migrants in this number. So we need help from President Biden, and that is why I penned the letter.
However, if Texas is any example, don't hold your breath. Texas has been asking through many presidential administrations for help controlling illegal immigration. They have asked through George W. Bush, the Obama administration, the Trump administration, who actually used Title 43 to do something about it, and finally, through the Biden administration. And even with the current Biden administration's restrictions, 100,000 migrants cross the border every month. To put that in perspective, New York is getting 4,000 migrants a week. Texas is dealing with between 12,500 to 25,000 migrants every week.
A massive border crossing in Texas overnight, as hundreds of migrants trekked across the Rio Grande to reach the United States.
They have been asking for help with this issue forever, and they've received little to nothing. So it appears, though Mayor Adams is dismantling tent cities, setting up government-run tent cities in previously closed facilities, and preparing to cut city services, and now other Democrats are asking Joe Biden for help, it appears New York City may be exactly like Texas when it comes to immigration. On its own. Signing off. Peace. Hey, if you like this video, please smash that like button and hit subscribe. We would love to see you again. So take it easy. Peace.